Okay, I think I'm live again. I hope the live stream is online. Yeah, welcome back. And today I want to create this demon. Last stream was received very, very well. So thank you for watching and thank you for supporting me. And I hope this one will reach a similar viewer number of viewers. I will start, like always, with the head, and I will watch how far I come with the body. I like this, yeah, combination of this demon head and this human body a lot, and it has a lot of dynamics. So we will spend a lot on this stage, and I mean, creating this pose and this stuff. I'm not really into like showing a lot of detailing because it takes a lot of time and I don't want to bore you. That's why I'm more like um, I'm developing this um, channel more for like I think I'm developing more for basics and posing and this stuff. Dura Leo is on the chat and on the stream. Yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you again for supporting me this channel here. If you want support me financially, you are absolutely welcome to do it. Here is the link to my Patreon, and of course you can learn a lot there as well. Like mentoring. Please watch if there are some places for you for mentoring. Of course, you can, even if there are no places for live mentoring, you can, of course, ask like in a direct message, and I hope I can answer your questions. And of course, you can ask here any question you want on my live streams, and yeah, I'm glad to answer your questions and to have some chance to communicate with you. So, like always on the monsters, you have you have of course anatomy there, and you have to be sure what you do with. I mean, you can of course combine a lot of human anatomy there. I will see how much like I'm creating here a human head for a base, but I will see how much I need it like this or how much I will change. And like always, I'm creating some landmarks like this. He has huge horns. I will see how much or how big I will create them. Actually, I stick always as much as possible to the original artwork. Anyway, I try always to create my characters. Yeah, like I said, I try to stick to the original artwork as much as I can. So yeah, let's find out how far we come. Yeah, like always, I'm creating some landmarks. Win Tattoos is on stream, and greetings from Canada. Thank you. Greetings back to Canada, and of course, Duraleo, wherever you are. Greetings. And I hope for some subjects I can talk about. Last week I was not online because I had some, I was teaching here in a school. I have another closer look on the head. Let's see. I think I will create the head first, like always, because I like to have the head first, like some kind of made final, not final, but to a certain degree, because this sets your like detail range of detail. That's why I'm always spending with the head a lot of time. I think like this, and of course you can change it later. I need my reference at this side as well. So let me see. Like this, and yeah, let's start sculpting right away. Of course, you can use things like Sculptris Pro for details like horns and this stuff. Oh, ZBrush crashed. I have to restart. Anyway, yeah, I was teaching last week, and it was pretty fun actually. Let me see. Okay, I have to redo the last steps, or actually everything, because I didn't. Let me create it just right away without uh, without the single like separations. You can do it like this. I do like the separations, and maybe for the lower jaw, I will separate it later. But for time savings, I created like this. It's actually not faster or slower to do, but uh, yeah, when you have some practice, you can do it like this. So Sculptris Pro again, and I save my progress with a quick save. I like using Sculptris Pro because it gives you a lot of like not control, but a lot of possibilities to be more free in your creation. Do you know what it use the utility of the down bar in ZBrush? You mean this one? This one? I think you can place here your own custom buttons, but I rarely use it actually. When you wrote some like Z plugins, your own Z plugins, then you can put them there. Some people are joining. So yeah, welcome, Robin R. The Cyrillic name, I cannot spell it. I don't know what this means. Riza T and Mad Sloth Hobbies. I think Mad Sloth was on one stream. So welcome back again. I will create some progress here because ZBrush crashed and actually I have nothing to show here yet. So I make some progress and then I will read your comments and will um, answer some questions. But let me first get some progress here because, yeah, actually in 2 hours, of course, you cannot create a lot. Mostly I'm spending like 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours on my sculpts. It's not meant like to be final products or so. I'm just creating them as practice and yeah, just as a showcase for you guys, so you can learn how to start a model, like the absolute basics. Of course, not the basics of the program, but of creating the character. Because actually you can use whatever you want for creating these characters and monsters. Doesn't actually matter. You can use Blender or ZBrush or whatever you want and follow my my videos. So I get asked, or I got asked for some Blender tutorials, but actually it's the workflow is actually the same. And this creature here is, of course, it's a sketch, and it's not easy to create it. Like how to place the horns here, because I think he has like 3 horns, one at the back, one at the middle or so, and one here. Or this is not a horn, but maybe it's a, I don't know, weapon or so behind it, or another structure. I think I will create it from 2 horns. Makes more sense, I think. Like this. And someone was writing that, yeah, you you created this creature as a tutorial from how it's called, from Digital Tutors or so. Um, maybe can be that this creature was created like uh, some while ago, and many people take it for practicing. It's a good opportunity to practice uh, freeform freeform sculpting. It's not actually not very technical. That's why you can follow these steps with the Blender as well. And I place my lower jaw, or geometry for the lower jaw. Um, yeah, thank you. I'm doing very well. Uh, yeah, I wanted to share with you that I was teaching in a live, or the students had their uh, exam presentation for this semester, and was pretty fun. Pretty cool to see the projects the students are working on, because I was teaching last year in this class, and to see people like becoming better and better as artists is pretty cool. And yes, these creatures are pretty fun to create. So I really recommend to do it as practice, at least as a practice, even if you are less interested in creature design or creature creation, as a let me see, as a uh, character designer, you have to be, or creator. I mean, not design like concept design. I mean, when you create these creatures for a game or so, you have to be able to do it, like creating creatures and robots and this stuff as well. So don't forget to practice hard surface and like free form characters. Not just female and male characters. Yeah, of course you can watch my ArtStation if you want. There is something happening, and maybe in the future more. Like I'm reworking my characters, some of my characters, with new lighting, new settings, new setups, and of course you can have some inspiration there as well. And maybe and I will see how it comes out. Like I was invited to work on a game project. So I'm not part of the team right now, but maybe in some months. And I hope I it will like work out for me. And I hope, of course, that I can bring some like something to the project and to the team, and of course to have fun on the game project. But it will start. I have no start date today. When it starts, when the project starts. I think I'm happy with the volume. Of course, there are no teeth and details, no eyes, but the volume itself is pretty cool. I wanted to spend a bit more time with the body as well. So because ZBrush crashed, I lost some minutes. I like this dynamic of the horns. And I think I said it on my last stream that I'm always watching for like an S curve on a character. So you have here a huge S curve. Like S is not meant that it's ending like an S, but you have like a snake um, going around here. This is something I really watch for on a character piece like this. And he has a huge head. And of course, when you as a 3D artist, when you get a piece like this, a concept like this, you have to be, or you have to be able to create like a full head from this. So even if it's not finished here, it's just in like an idea. Okay, let's create the body. Motivation quotes. Back PC. You mean my PC's um like settings, or what do you want this to know exactly? Because actually I told it already in other streams or other videos that I'm not using a expensive PC. And as a beginner, you shouldn't use a expensive PC as well, or expensive stuff. Of course, when you are working as a freelancer also, of course you need some processing power, but do not rely too much on techniques, on technical stuff. And like always, I'm creating like a rib cage. Like I said, it's just for practice. Okay. You do not need it always to do it like this. Deltoid, he has pretty huge muscles. Of course, it's too much here. I'm just placing stuff, and then I'm watching for details. I noticed when I create my pectoralis and lateral muscle like this, it's a little bit faster to do. So yeah, decide on your own what you need. And he is leaning a little bit more forward, like with the hips. It creates a pretty interesting like belly, lower belly. Where do you find your concepts? I find my concepts on Pinterest. I watch for some like interesting things on the concepts. I wanted to create a actually I was watching for concepts for Wolverine or for Hellboy, but I didn't find some interesting concepts on these characters, so I decided to create this demon because I noticed this character a while ago in my favorites. I I had it in my favorites for a while ago, and I thought I'm creating more creatures right now, and why not creating this creature here? Of course, this workflow is right now it's pretty like abstract, and you really need some practice, for it. So I get often this question where to start a character, and it's pretty hard to tell where to start. Um, yeah, because every character has its own needs, actually. And here, of course, the shoulders are differently rotated, so you have to decide. And here, it's not really easy to do. You have to decide where to turn and what muscle is doing what, like I always tell to do. But right now, I'm building just some volume. And I think I told it already that male characters are a bit more free in creation. So when you are new to 3D sculpting and anatomy in general, then I really recommend to start with male anatomy because it's easier to do, easier to learn, and it's easier to see. Female anatomy is more subtle, and of course harder to do, harder to practice. So on a male character, you can create a huge upper body, and it doesn't look strange. Not right away. I break this symmetry here because I have some practice to do it early. Um, when you do not have any practice, then I recommend to break the symmetry later and first create your character in a neutral pose, some kind of. Yeah, like on my last um, creature, I break the symmetry earlier. And I think the body is a little bit too big, right? Like this. Maybe it makes no sense for you right now, but trust the process. I split the arms because I like to work separately on them. Right now, the one arm is longer than the other one. I will correct it later. And one arm he has pretty close to his body, so it's okay when it's intersecting the body a little bit. Don't worry. And yeah, thank you for subscribing, guys. When you're new to my channel, I saw that I was gaining subscribers, like I think 200 or so in 1 week. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that you enjoy my stuff and my workflow. And it's pretty cool to have some uh, to have contact with you. And yeah, to show my work and my progress as a yeah, like I said, I have the chance to work on a game soon, maybe. So the team is building right now. Maybe I will have some less time for streaming. But we will see how it works out for me and for my channels. Okay, my like placeholder for the arm is finished. Um, and the attachment to the shoulder. Please learn how the shoulder works, because this is one of the most important parts of a character. Um, yeah, because most characters are, especially no, not most characters are half naked, but when you see like monsters and this stuff, mostly the upper body is free or naked, or the shoulders are free, and you see the muscles. So learn how it works. You will need it for your character creation. Okay, the lateral muscles here. I like to create this gap here, this one, and to place there I don't know how the muscle is called, but like on his shoulder blade here. How you can see smooth. You're asking how we can see smooth faces on ZBrush. Actually, I have no idea. I think it's a setting here. Let me see. In the Render tab. I think here smooth normals, but you see it only when you are rendering here. Okay, so on working, I mean on sculpting, you do not see uh, smoothness here on the surface. For time savings, I use this hand here. When you want to see how I create this, how I create hands from scratch, I think I have a short video in my on my channel where I show it. The rib cage is pretty important for a character like this. It's a very important volume on the body. And of course for landmarks like this arc here, this one. Of course, he has a very interesting and challenging pose to create. So I always tend to watch for interesting poses of characters, especially for printing characters. You need it a lot to create an interesting pose. And like on Spawn, my the character I was working 2 weeks ago, the pose is pretty like you have to keep attention to how he holds his lower body, and he has a like he drives his hip pretty far forward. So yeah, you have to be able to do it like from not from your memory. Of course, you can have a lot of references, but sometimes references are not showing you the actual thing. I mean, like in standing position. I keep this arm like this for now. I'm not sure if he has to like reach out this far to the back. Maybe I have to change it. But right now I'm just creating what I see. And then in the next step, I will create like what I know, like anatomy. And in the final step, I will create what I like. So always these like 3 steps. Uh, keep these 3 steps in mind when you create a character like this. So first, what you see, second, what you know, and third one is what you like. I hope this makes sense for you. Um, if not, please tell me and I will try to explain a little bit more. He is rotating his hip like this, and here I break the symmetry again. So yeah, design is always, I tell it to my students, design is always like decision making, and you decide on your own when to break the symmetry and what to do then if you do so, or why do you break symmetry. It's always very important to keep in mind. Uh, Carsian07 is in the stream, and yeah, welcome. Everyone, welcome to the chat, and of course you can ask. I was thinking if I should create or work further on my last creature. I was not sure. And that's why I decided to create a new one. Because actually the most most interesting part, yeah, I would say the most interesting part is the beginning, the start, not the finalizing or detailing stage. Because yeah, detailing is always like placing placing alphas and this stuff. This part is very important to have in arc here. Okay, it's always more like a round shape. So when you do not know how this works, you have to watch for good references and yeah, when your character is wearing like jeans or whatever, maybe it's less important, but when you create naked character for practice. It's very important. So this like um, attachment between arms and upper body and legs and lower body. It's very important. Uh, Question from Nika. How do I mask and unmask so quickly or easily? I have separated objects here, and they have their own um, polygroups. And when I take this move brush or move tool and hit control, and then I can mask like this the single parts. It's pretty noisy outside. I hope it's not in the stream. I just take the rib cage and move it back, so I do not have to place own geometry here. I just used the rib cage is just here important, like this in this area here. Okay, I think the um, base mesh is some kind of finished. We have the pose, and we have some details. And now I go like always, I'm going like a pipeline. I'm going first towards the pose and the body and volume, and then I go back to the face and add some detail. Someone is creating a lot of noise outside. Yeah, you're welcome. If this helps you, please ask for some like special operations or techniques or whatever. You can ask. Of course, some things are self-explaining, and you are just watching. But if you have some anything to say, then uh, you are uh, you are welcome to comment or to add a comment or like a like or subscription if you're new here. Subscriptions help me a lot on the social media stuff. I think he has like a shield here. I will like a very blank shield like this. I will create it and I will see if this works for me or not, or if I can, or if I have to change it. And now I have to design the face, face and body, or the face and facial features, I mean. And it's actually pretty straightforward. I try to match the single volumes here and watch for what's working on what not, like always. And in this stage, you can actually turn on like music and enjoy this process. I mean, when you're doing this process, you're on your own. And but on a production, actually, you can hand this creation, you can hand it to your art director also and present him like, this is my pose. What do you think? It's like, is it dynamic enough, or does it actually work? So teamwork is very, very important in our business, to communicate with each other. I was asked on LinkedIn by someone, like, yeah, how do you do like, how do you get customers and this stuff? And I was telling, I was thinking about like, actually, I'm not creating customers a lot. Like, I'm not writing to people and say like, hey, I want you to be my customer, or I want to create something for you. But mostly I get noticed on social media and people are contacting me uh, for work. I know these legs are too short, but first I want to stick with this artwork. And on the artwork, the legs are like this. Yeah, maybe I have to create them a little bit bigger. Like this. So of course you can use these pre-made legs here if you want. And I actually like his face already, the head. And I think I will spend next with a little bit of time with the horns. And yeah, this guy was asking me, and we were talking about it for a while. And yeah, when you are active on social media, actually, people who want to work with you will contact you. Maybe will contact you on their own. Of course, it's not a guarantee, but mostly it happens to me. But I'm not working with everybody who is writing like, "Oh, can you create me a character for print for I don't know this and this money." It's mostly it's unfortunately it's too low. I mean, the pricing is too low, so it doesn't make any sense to create it or to work on it. But yeah, this is how I get customers mostly. But do not expect that a major studio will contact you. So mostly these are um, more like little studios who are contacting for and asking for something like a character or sculpt or whatever. I saw on on Pinterest I saw a sculpture of this character and it was pretty cool, but I think it was too heavy, too big. I don't know if this was a problem of the model or the rendering. I thought it was too heavy, like too big. And I tried to create like a mixture between big head and so it makes more sense. Like I mean, from the front, I noticed that the upper head is a little bit too big, too bulky here. I will work on it uh, a bit later. I think the horns could be a bit more together like this, and this is how I can create some space here, like that. I think this is better. So the head is not like exploding. Okay, then some teeth. I like this character here a lot because he has some teeth, and I use them for my creations a lot. up here and I do not need the gums, so I just use the teeth. um, yeah, asymmetrical poses are used for printing actually. When you have characters like they are, I showed this print here on another stream. When you have a pose like this, okay, then you have to yeah, to build it like in this pose, this character. And of course you can create it in a pose, T pose or whatever, but on some place or on some like stage, you have to create it asymmetric because he is running or jumping or whatever. So yeah, these poses are made for printing and for yeah, like how it's called, toy creation or collectibles. But yeah, actually you do not see it a lot people doing. Some are doing it on stream or in videos, but mostly you see people doing uh, more like game characters or this stuff like animation characters. But I enjoy this process a lot of creating it asymmetric. Of course, we have no info about what's going on like with his teeth. I think he has pretty huge teeth at the front, and the back teeth are a little bit smaller. And he has, of course, very interesting but unhealthy teeth here. So yeah, you can spend a lot of time with teeth creation. So I will not I will not spend too much too much here. The eyes could be a bit smaller even. I made some changes, but I do not like them a lot. So yeah, it's a development process. You have to spend a lot of time on this part of character creation in general, actually. Some some quick sculpting here on the horns to have a better idea of how the volume is working and the shape as well. Okay, at this stage, I can duplicate the body and merge everything together like this. And of course, if you want, you can Z-remesh. And for this process, you have to have a very good understanding of anatomy, because anatomy changes when you move your body. And until now, I have not used any references than this one. So I use only my knowledge about anatomy for here for this stage. But from this stage, you have to use more. Um, Thank you. Heady Dream. Hey, yeah, Heady Dream. Thank you. Uh, yeah, for this stage, you have to use a lot more references when you are not sure what to do. Question of Heady Dream. Um, do you have any tips to get a job as a junior these days? Um, yeah, good question, because it depends, of course, on the industry you want to enter. I hope I can answer this question. It depends where you want to go. If you want to go to the games industry, it's very, very hard to get there as a junior artist. But I recommend to build a very strong knowledge. I mean, get education. I told it already last time on my last stream. Get education. when you can. And build a strong portfolio, of course. Sometimes, sometimes you have to have a lot of luck to get into the industry. So be active on social media, and yeah, knowledge and building a strong knowledge and know-how about the industry or the process is actually the key. But for a junior artist, mm, it's very, very hard. It's even hard to answer this question. Because most studios will not develop you as as an artist. You have to be a full developed artist when you want to enter, even as a beginner. I mean, as a junior. I told it last time. I saw a job application for Crytek, a big company here in Germany for game design. If you do not know, they created like Crysis and CryEngine and whatever. And it's a beginner level job application, or yeah, job, how it's called, yeah, job application, I think it's called. And for a beginner level artist, it requires already to have, I think, 3 years of experience in the industry. And I told it already, it's actually a joke, because where do you get an artist like this? I don't know, with 3 years of experience on a beginner level. It's actually, I don't know. Yeah, but build a portfolio and get education. This is what I always tell my students. Even if many YouTube tutorial guys are telling you that an art school is not worth it, but I see it differently. I mean, you do not need, and I told it already, you do not need the like paper. I don't know how it's called. Let me translate quickly. Yeah, graduation certificate. Okay, so you do not actually need this paper, because no one will ask you for it. But what you actually need is the education itself. So how to build a product, how to work in a team and this stuff. This is what you need. Okay, I think it's pretty cool like this. I mean the pose and the back. And like I told on my last stream, always watch for the frontal view, or for the, like, when this is your frontal view, I mean this side view. Okay, so it's not creating just here this S shape, like this really dynamic shape here or pose, but from the front as well. So I didn't spend a lot of time on the front to create an S shape here as well. But right now it's time to create here some dynamics as well. So I lift up this arm because it doesn't make sense. Like it's hanging too much down, even if it's on the artwork. It looks like it's hanging down, but it's actually the foreshortening of the lens of the camera. So keep this in mind to create it like a real creature or person. And what's happening with the body when you move like this. Okay, and further, entering the industry, actually, yeah, it's actually not easy, but it depends where you want to go. When you want to go more towards automotive industry, which I work in a lot, then you have the chance to get a really good job, actually a well-paid job, because automotive industry is paying good, and it's a bit like it's not easy to get there, but once you're there, uh, it's a good job actually. So it depends, of course, where you live and what kind of industry you have in your country. Let's save the progress because yeah, you never know when ZBrush crashes. Oh, Camisa Azul is on the stream again. Yeah, welcome. I try to remember your names, but Camisa Azul, I remember you. And thank you for your donations as well. Of course, it helps me a lot when you guys support my channels. And let me read some. Uh, yeah, of course, like and subscribe and comment on my VODs as well, and binge watch them through when you want to help me with the algorithm. So the more you watch them, the more other users get like notification. Hey, there is a uh, new artist and this stuff. Watch this. Yeah, I hope you enjoy your lunch. Um, and yeah, of course you can watch it when you have your lunch or breakfast, um, or dinner, and enjoy the stream itself. And I hope you can learn a lot from it. But it's not an easy thing, like entering the industry. It's a lot of work, actually. And you have to work, you have to watch for the industry in your country if it's possible, if it's even possible to enter the industry like for a normal for a normal job, because sometimes it's not even possible. Get some references for this part here. I'm doing it like from memory, but I know it's not actually working like this, but anyway, I will not finish it here. Especially the back, you need a lot of references when you do not see it on the artwork. I think the lateral muscles are a bit too big. Okay, let me watch how long I'm on the stream. Uh, Alan is telling that he is doing, let me see. Oh, we have some time. Alan is telling that he or she, I don't know, Alan, maybe it's used for female as well. I don't know. So you return to family business and doing art at as a side like hobby or side project, and ended up not doing art at all. Yes, this happens a lot to people. Um, I know it that this happens a lot, and it's actually uh, what's called that. Let me translate. I'm not as I'm not, of course, a native speaker, and I'm missing a lot of like words, and I have to translate sometimes. So what was it? Yeah, you can use this word. Yeah, like it's a shame actually that people who have some talent do not find any do not find a place in art industry, and have to work a normal job and lose time or lose the possibility to develop as an artist further. Yeah, it's actually a shame because we as artists we want to create some cool stuff like games and movies and I don't know, comic books. And it's even harder when you have a an own business, like as a freelancer, or yeah, when you build your own games or whatever, it's even harder to lose these things, this business, because of like yeah, you cannot do it like every day. You do not earn a lot in this business, and I know it's like I'm I'm a freelancer on my own, and it's not easy sometimes, of course. I built some like volumes here on the leg to see what kind of where could I go further. So I always plan ahead. I watch for every angle if I like it, like this. Okay, these details here, for example, or these like placeholders. I watch it and I plan ahead like this. I create a little like concept. Watch for references for the legs. I know many people have problems creating legs, and I need some reference as well for details. So basic forms, I know them from memory, but details I have to watch for some references. Mm. Yeah, I told Hedy Dream is asking for the automotive industry. Yes, the automotive industry is like, oops. Um, Automotive industry is more into like developing artists or supporting artists because yeah, they have more money, of course, and more possibility to employ a junior artist and yeah, develop him like give him time to develop uh, to um, to develop some skills and yeah, games industry is not giving uh, a lot of time or a lot of money yeah, for developing junior artists. Game industry is not spending a lot of money on this stuff. You have to be uh, a full developed artist when you enter the game industry. But automotive industry is better actually for 3D artists. When you are a generalist, a 3D generalist, then I recommend to enter automotive industry. So you still work as an artist. You learn a lot about like how to work in a team, on a production and this stuff. And yeah, actually, like I said, when you are a generalist, enter automotive industry. And Rohan is asking for my UI. I think there is a symbol over the last. I think you're asking for UI. So please visit my Patreon, and I think there is a download section for downloads, and there you find my UI for free as a download. But let me see. Um, Let me see if it's true. Like, if you can find it easily. Yeah. When you go to my Patreon and then go to collections and to the tags, and when you hit the tag downloads, then you should be able to uh, download this UI I'm using. Okay, let's spend some time on this character further. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with the pose and the body itself, with the volume. Maybe I have to change something on the pose a little bit, like tilt his head to get like a S shape or C shape here from this view. But this view is pretty cool already, and I'm spending some time on clothing. So he has not a lot of cloth. And through clothing, you can create a lot of dynamics as well. So when you feel like your character does need some more dynamic, like when the pose is not dynamic enough. Then a placeholder for the weapon. I think it's like a X or so. And the other one is a sword. I would create an X and a sword for him. I think like that. So yeah, we are about 2 hours in the stream. So after 2 hours, it's pretty good like this. You do not have to rush this process because yeah, take your time to create it like a very good experience for your customer. So you do not have, or there are actually no customers who are telling you like, oh, you spend too much time on it. I mean, yeah, sure, when you are really, really slow and wasting time, then it's a different story. But Um, I think when you create a cool character, like I don't know, like Batman or Spider-Man, who has a very dynamic pose and needs some, yeah, like treatment, like when you need to spend a lot of time on a pose and this stuff, then take your time, and do not rush this process. I created some characters already. I mean, I started some characters already, and I would love to finish one or two of them. So yeah, I hope I find the this is the left foot. Let me place it here. Um, I hope I find some time to finish it. Yeah, the legs are a bit too short. Yeah, because it's actually, of course, a development process, and you have to watch for the correct proportions. But first, create your character like the concept shows, and then watch for correct proport or not I don't mean like you watch for correct proportions after you create the character, but what I mean is create the character first like you want it to be, and correct the proportions then. I hope this makes sense for you. What I mean. I mean that you can rework your character anytime. So okay. I think it's better now with the legs. Let me try something because I think this leg should go more to the back. Good. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this process and this character. And let me know in the comments if you liked it or not, if I can change something, or like here on the pectoralis, it's a little bit too small. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you want to know something about the industry or whatever. I hope I can help you. I hope I do not demoralize you if I say it's not easy to enter or whatever. Um, and yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoy the process and learn something. Maybe I will continue on this piece next time. For me, it's a practice as well. So I'm not creating a final product or so. Um, and of course, there is some work needed some work on this piece further. And yeah, I hope I can continue it next time, or maybe I will create another one. But I enjoy this creature creation process a lot. I recommend you to try it out when you are an artist and want to try something new. Yeah, try out creating some creatures, not features, some creatures. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next VOD or in the next stream. Please watch my VODs. Binge watch them. This helps me a lot. And like, subscribe, and everything you can do it. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.